Hey team, welcome to our weekly Sweat Devo. This week we are in Hebrews 12:3, and the word says, think about Jesus so that you don't grow weary and want to give up. And so that's of course one translation. And in the middle there it talks about how he was treated and everything that he endured. And so this week we are focusing our healthy habits on active living and how we can honor God with our bodies in the way we move our bodies. And so we're connecting these two verses because, as some of you know, if you follow on social and in our Sweat Club community, I ran a 5K this last weekend, and it was a struggle because I've been experiencing some hip pain, but it was something that I believe God had led me to commit to, because I want to run a marathon at the end of the year. And so I decided that one way to prepare for that would be to run a race every month to prepare and train. And so I really felt that was a God-led desire, and I was a little frustrated because I got hurt in my second week of training, and then I wasn't getting much better. And so I was like, God, I know you can heal me. I don't understand why you haven't. I don't know why I'm going through this. And I was just really upset because I wanted to do my best and I couldn't. But I showed up anyway. And long story short, I was able to complete the race. It was the 5K was split up into two loops, and so the first one I paced myself and I walked, and then the second one I was actually able to run. I think I maybe have walked once, but I think I ran most of it, and I finished the race. And one thing that really I felt the Holy Spirit impressed upon me as I was running, and as I thought about this verse, think about Jesus. And I thought Jesus endured the cross and everything that he had to go through up until that point as well, wholeheartedly. It wasn't an option. It wasn't if I feel like it, or if this or that. It was like, this is what I've been called to do. This is what is on my plate. This is my portion, and I'm doing it. And he did it. And as I was running, I was like, surely I can get through this race. Surely I can focus past this pain. And I just felt the Holy Spirit prompt me, don't think about the pain. Stop thinking about the pain and focus on something else. Focus on, there was so much going on. We ran through this beautiful neighborhood, and there were people outside cheering us on the street. And the fact that, Manny and Zaitlin joined me was I was so excited that they were there with me. So there's so many things to think about and consider. And then I remember this verse, consider Jesus and all that he went through, and think about what he endured. And I have that same power within me so that I don't grow weary and give up. And so just want to encourage that whatever you're facing, know that God is with you. And for me, he reminded me that I have to lean on him for everything. He is my source. And if I had felt really good, I would have pushed myself really hard. And I feel like God wanted to just remind me why I was doing this. I wasn't out there to impress anybody or beat anybody. I was there to focus on my health and my journey and my lane, and not compare myself to anybody else, just to really run my own race. And sometimes that looks differently, and it doesn't look like I expected. I expected to go out and I wanted to beat, or at least get a 30-minute 5K was my goal for my first one, and I didn't get that. But considering the fact that I was, slightly injured, I wasn't upset with my time. But it was just this leaning on God, God, leaning into him for strength, leaning into him for just comfort and peace in the midst of all of the other things. And so this other thing that I read recently also was comforting, in that as we become healthy and learn different strategies, it's not that all our problems are going to go away. we're always going to face struggles and challenges. So there's never a best time to be healthy or a best time really to do anything that we desire or want to pursue. But we become stronger whenever we face them head on and learn how to overcome them. And the goal really is to just be better at handling life and stress and interruptions and distractions while we're pursuing what we believe matters most, while we're pursuing what we are called to do, while we are being obedient to the Holy Spirit's prompting. So I feel like in our health journeys, we need to, even for myself, it's not about getting rid of the problems or, solving every issue, but it's about how do I handle what I'm going through, and how do I do it with grace and leaning on God's strength and trusting Him through the process. And if there's healing, He gets the glory. And if there's not healing for whatever reason, then He still gets the glory because He's going to help me through it. And only when I am weak can He make me strong. So if I'm never weak, then I never get to experience His strength. So this was another thing that now I get to experience God's strength in the middle of this weakness. So I just want to encourage you, keep thinking on God's strength. Keep considering Jesus and all He went through so that we could experience a more intimate relationship with Him, so that we can experience joy on the other side of the struggle. And I just pray that you would find your hope in Him, and that you would anchor your healthy habits to His truth to help you to overcome every daily struggle and to honor Him with your body and experience complete and whole health in your everyday life. So be blessed, sweat, pray, repeat, honor God with your body, and let's continue to connect and get fitter together. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next week.